Hello YouTube, this is Bub's Comics coming at you with a quick comic haul. We still got a ton of books to go through, but we'll move pretty quick along through them and get them filed and put away in the collection. So that's the way I like them. We'll start off first with kind of a collection book. It's Barbarians and Beauties, and this collects some Wally Wood books, some Sid Green, and some John Giunta. So pretty cool there. That's some Wally Wood art there in the corner, I'm pretty sure, but interesting stuff. Look at her. Oh! Look at her. Oh! All kinds of weird stuff going on. People grappling. Oh, it's just pandemonium. Look at this. That's wild, man. There's all kinds of crap going on there. So anyway, see if you can enjoy that. You know, that was $1. I picked it up. Next we have Swamp Thing Saga #1 reprint. So this one's pretty cool, but it has some Bernie Wrightson art on there, which I think is awesome, and it's a wraparound cover, and it looks pretty awesome too. So there you go. Swamp Thing, the original Swamp Thing Saga. Sucker for Bernie Wrightson, what can I say? Pick it up when I see it on the cheap, and that's what happened. Man, if I'm wrong about the pronunciation of this next one, you probably would be too. So I would say that's Xenozoic. I would say that's Xenozoic Tales. I know it's an X, but I'm thinking it's like one of those xylophone type X's. So I think it's Xenozoic. And if you kind of read the comic, you know that it's about kind of time travel and kind of crossing of worlds with, you know, dinosaur worlds. So it kind of makes sense. Here we have some Mark Schultz work here. I'm not a huge Mark Schultz fan, but this is pretty good. Can't complain about that. I like that. And actually his work gets much better as you move through the title. So here's some great, the Mark Schultz, you know, anyway. Here's some Cadillac and Dinosaurs done by Mark Schultz here. Looks pretty cool. I like that. Can't go wrong with that. And then look at how much better the art gets by issue 13. That's fantastic. Now that's the kind of art I'm looking for. Look at those nasty dinosaurs. Cool looking chick. More dinosaurs. This guy punching out some kind of like shaman-y dude. This is really good stuff. I love that. So I'm down for that. And then I think this is the end of this series. The Xenozoic Tales #14. Some more great art. Look at those dinosaurs there. That is cool. Mark Schultz killing it on this cover. Love it. So, you know, like anything else when you're following artists, there's good and there's bad and there's everything in between, and if you collect all of it, you'll have all of it. I don't tend to do that. I look for the good, and that's what I want to collect. I don't have to have everything done by a particular artist. If it's not very good, if it's not something they would have been like super proud of by the end of their career, then why do I want it, you know? Here's JLA and Avengers #1 of 4. Pretty cool. Here's #2 of 4. These are thick books. #2 of 4. I like this one better than the first one. Don't care for the art on that. Really like the art on this one. Looks pretty good. And, you know, I'm not a huge Perez fan. I know there's several George Perez fans out there. I'm just not. He's hit and miss. He kind of, to me, he has kind of a Schomburg style of chaos and as many characters and many things as, you know, as he can fit. Very little negative space. But he just doesn't pull it off the way that Schomburg does. Just not a huge Perez fan. But that being said, this one's pretty good. And some of his work is really good, and then others is just okay. Would love to have had 3 and 4, but he only had 1 and 2, so I picked them up for $1 a piece. Wasn't going to say no. Here's another one I pulled out of the dollar bin. Incredible Hulk vs. Superman. This one's near mint. I mean, this has never been read. I could feel when I opened the book that the pages were separating from each other. That's how new it was. Very cool. So Incredible Hulk vs. Superman, you don't see this one shown or talked about very often. A nice earlier crossover between Marvel and DC. And a pretty good book. So I thumbed through it. Looked pretty awesome. So there you go. Incredible Hulk vs. Superman. Get into some modern. Again, it's funny because I've shown a lot of books of artists I don't care for very much, right? So here's another one. Here is Art Germ showing off his computer drafting skills. And Supergirl, the electrifying issue, Supergirl number 18, the Art Germ variant. Now, I had Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes number 23 or whatever it was, Adam Hughes cover, sold it. That is the Supergirl book. If you're after a Supergirl book, that's it. The rest of them are all chasing that book. And this is another one that is chasing it but falls short. But I think it comes closer than most. Very cool kind of 50s look. Just a really, really hip looking cover. I love it. And she has lots of good facial expression, which is where I generally think that Art Germ absolutely falls flat with the facial expressions. And I know that I'm in a minority on this. Most people love his work. To me, it looks like computer graphics. It looks like something that would be in a video game, and it doesn't really draw my attention very well or keep it, because I dismiss it as a computer. It looks like computer work to me, and that's what it is. So, you know, here's another Art Germ, number 20. So I do like that one. This one I don't care for near as much, but they kind of came together, so I picked them both up. And this is Art Germ number 20, Supergirl number 20 by Art Germ. Look at that face. It's just like dead. It looks like a puppet, or, you know, if you like posed a figure, that's what it would look like. It doesn't look like real. It looks like there's nothing happening behind those eyes. It looks like just a block of wood, you know. So anyway, I really don't care for that, but the picture is nice overall. But I always find that the eye work and the facial expressions are almost non-existent with Art Germ stuff. And this is what this is typical Art Germ work. This is atypical. That you don't see very often in an Art Germ picture. This is what they almost all look like. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. I guess the ones I like of his are the ones that are totally different. Cadillac and Dinosaurs, signed by William Stout, by the way, back in '97. So there you go. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs number 1. This is not the first number 1, but this is the Topps number 1. So it's got a nice little foil there. Loving that. Here's another, oh man, this book, I love this cover. A1, book 5 of 6. Another one signed by William Stott. Look at this. That is freaking awesome. Now this is some amazing art. William Stott loves to put the snakes down at the bottom to kind of complete the scene. Uses a lot of space there. Nothing's wasted. Look at that ghoul carrying that woman. That is amazing. And look at her. She's scared and she's going for the ride. It's just her dress is tattered. It's just amazing, man. I love this book. I was staring at this book ever since I got it. I can't help it. I just keep staring at it. So absolutely love that book. Cool that it's signed by William Stott. A1, book 5 of 6. Your guess is as good as mine. But but when you notice an artist, you know, when you start hunting down a style like I've been hunting down these Beauties and Beasts covers, you notice that you come across the same artists over and over again that draw your attention, that you really like. And William Stott, master of monsters, and draws a pretty good beauty too. So good on you there, buddy. And then here is Jim Lee's third print of Justice League number 1. This was a book I kind of was an impulse buy. I don't really know how much I like it. I like Jim Lee. I really like his Marvel work, probably better than his DC work, but I do like his, I have my Batman 608B and my Superman 204 matching covers. So I'm a pretty big Jim Lee fan. I love his run on X-Men. But, you know, this one's pretty good. I like it. I like the Green Lantern probably the best. I like everyone on there except for like the Flash. I think his facial expression is kind of weird. I don't care for his stomach. It's kind of funny looking. It looks like skin and bones and muscle. So it's just kind of weird. But everybody else looks fantastic. I really enjoyed the rest of this cover. So just the Flash is a little disturbing. So, all right. We'll show this one last. Here is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover. And again, so here I go again, right? Showing books and then bashing the artist. So trust me, I couldn't do any better. That's a fact. But this is another, to me, divisive figure. Sometimes I see J. Scott Campbell work and I think it looks amazing. And other times I just think it looks. So here's Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, number 1. The money book for this run is number 0. The preview cover that he did is considered better than this one, if you will. But look at this. Those legs have got to be about 8 feet long. I mean, it looks even worse when you do it like that, but those legs are huge. It makes no sense. It's almost like grotesque, it's so long. And then look at those finger toes. What the heck is that? I mean, if I just showed you that, you wouldn't know what that was. It's weird. Long foot. And then look at that back foot. It's totally unnatural. That was a skinny little... It's just weird. And then top it all off with his classic mouse face. And I know, look, that's beautiful and all that kind of stuff, but this one is actually done better than most. Usually that nose is much smaller, much tinier, much more pointy. And really, if you put mouse ears on this, it looks just like a mouse. So, not a huge J. Scott Campbell fan, but this jungle cover, you know you've got my money there. So, but I think he could have taken a little bit more time to make it look even remotely like a human being. So that's all. So I hope y'all enjoyed that. A lot of artist bashing in this one. Sorry. Let's see if we can show a good cover at the front of it. Well, we'll just show this one again. That's my favorite. So there's William Stott bringing it home. All right, y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Read a comic. Bye.